Let's take a look at the tool Kami for digital annotations. Basically, Kami allows you to turn any worksheet or graphic organizer into a fillable document. You can also upload reading passages and teacher models for students how to annotate texts. Kami has a lot of accessibility features that allow you to differentiate and let students show mastery in different ways. So let's take a look at how you can get started using Kami today. The first thing you will need is the Kami extension. The easiest way to get it is by going to Google and typing Kami for Chrome. It'll usually be the very top link from the Chrome web store. So when you get to this page, all you have to do is click Add to Chrome and add the extension. It is pinned for me because I've used it before, but if you don't see it right away, you can click on the puzzle piece and then click on Kami for Chrome. Now you'll notice that it exists in my toolbar, and when I click on it, it will take me to a login page. You can continue with your Google account or continue with email and use your Vail email account to create a Kami account. So I'm going to go ahead and use my school account and click Allow. This is the first page that comes up. It's a great interface. You can look for different trending templates here. You can edit files. You can look through Google Drive to see what will work for you, and take a look at these tools on the bottom right for tutorials if you want to learn more about Kami from this extension. However, I really recommend using Kami from your Schoology page to create assignments for students. So let's look at what that looks like. From my sample course, I'm going to add an assignment. So if you're doing an ELA assignment, you'd be in your ELA course and following along right with me. Again, Kami can be used in any subject in a lot of different contexts. So here I am in my account, and on my teacher page, I'm going to click on Add Materials, Add Assignment. In this window, you can customize your directions, you can hyperlink to a video or add files if you wanted to add your slide deck or any supplementary resources that students might use to help them complete the assignment. But I'm just going to go ahead and put test. For now, I'll leave that area blank. If you want to push this to Schoology, you have the same options you do with a regular assignment. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead in my sample and just select ungraded. But you could select a scale and or a rubric if you did want to push that to Schoology and PowerSchool and have that be graded. But now you'll notice that I have this Kami button. When you click on Kami, it will connect to your drive. If you don't see it connect to your drive right away, you may have to authenticate or click continue or allow in order to get to this view. But now I can pretty much upload anything from my drive. I recommend adding PDFs. If you have a PDF that exists in something like Pages or Keynote or some other program, you will have to convert that to a PDF. Those software programs will not work in Chrome. So I have this Pages document. I'm going to go ahead and click File, Export PDF, and upload that to my drive to use. For today's sake, though, I'm going to use a PDF that I already have in my drive for the hackathon. And just like your regular Google Drive, you can type keywords and find what you want to add to your assignment. Now that that is here, you'll notice it says this will create a copy for each student, and every student will have their own document to be able to annotate and complete. When you're all done, you just hit create. And just like anything in Schoology, I recommend putting it in a folder and organizing it. This is my sample test course, so I do not recommend just making a long list like this. But you'll notice it goes to the bottom. You can always click and drag to organize it. Now you'll see here is the PDF that I attached, and then here is where students will see a button that says Open Assignment with Kami. This view is very similar to the student view. This right here is the teacher view. You'll see that I have an option to click on the assignment and open it as well. And then as students submit, their submissions will show in this window. So once a student does complete it, then you can see all of their submissions here. Let's take a look at what it will look like for a student. So I'm now logged in as a sample student, And you'll notice it looks very similar to the teacher view. The only difference now is that it says submit assignment here. And so students will click on the open assignment with Kami button in order to open it and see it in Kami. So now the student has their own copy of this document that they can annotate and highlight. There is the option to do a text box and type and write something. You can notice that the teacher can type. So actually in a previous video that I did, actually added this text box before switching over to the student account. And so this comment is here from me as a teacher, but students can annotate. They can mark up the text, so just like a real highlighter, they have the text highlighter option. They also have the option to do a freehand highlighter, so if they needed to circle something, they could circle it or draw an arrow. So they've got some options here to highlight and to draw. The drawing tool would be a little bit better for drawing if they were to, there's also a protractor tool that helps them measure angles and things like that, as well as a ruler. So a lot of these built-in tools really take their learning to the next level. There's an option to read the text aloud, which is great on the ASA test. Students can have passages read aloud. So this is great modeling to show students that these tools exist and these accessibility tools exist to help. So that's something I would definitely model for my class and teach them how to use effectively, as well as the dictionary tool. So there's a lot of great tools within Kami that students can use. When they're done with an assignment, they simply click Turn It In and turn in their assignment. They will have to click Submit here as well on the Schoology end, but then they get a little fanfare, and you'll notice that this test student did submit their assignment, and they can resubmit if needed. And finally, going back to the teacher view, I wanted to show you that now you'll notice in the submissions area, I do have my sample student here who submitted their work. So if I click on their submission, I will be able to see exactly what they annotated. I can add a comment, I can add a voice comment if I want to, or even a video comment here. And the student can always do their second submission if needed. If I selected to use a rubric, I can also grade via the rubric here and have that grade set up so that it would push to PowerSchool. So that's another option that I highly recommend if it's something that you know you want to put in the grade book and that you want students to have a grade for. So I wish you luck using Kami. If you have any questions, we'd be happy to help. Feel free to reach out. I can't wait to see all the exciting things that our students do using this tool. Thank you, everyone.